What's up, everyone? This is DYANAROZAY. Welcome to my channel. I bring a unique commentary to your favorite reality TV shows and whatever's popping on social media. Hit the like, subscribe, your notification bell, and share the video because that's how others find me here on YouTube. Then make sure you are following me on all platforms at DYANAROZAY. I appreciate every single one of you guys for rocking with me. So we are about to get it started. We are talking Stormy from LAMH Huntsville and Latrice from Bell Collective. These two sat with each other yesterday on a new mashup that Carlos King is presenting on his YouTube page, where talent from his show get to promote their respective shows and set the record straight, right? Anything that's out there on social media that may not be true, they will get to address it. And that's actually a good idea. I like to hear it, but you want to make sure that y'all stay on top of things, stay on the truth, because the internet has a way of keeping you honest, okay? Now, Stormy still, she took over this platform for about the first 20, 25 minutes. You do not hear Latrice get a word in edgewise. She shared a lot of her sentiments, but she did not get a chance to have a conversation. So Stormy was actually saying, or wanted to really impress upon the audience, that she built her own legacy, right? I am a self-made millionaire. I built it myself. I got it out of the mud. She says she doesn't need the show for friends. We already heard her say she's kind of a loner. It's her and Courtney, her husband, against the world, and everybody else. Yeah, I don't fool with people, right? It's going to take you a minute to be my friend. I got to trust you, is how she would put it. She also says that she is a marketing genius. So she doesn't need the platform to market anything she has going on. What she failed to communicate is, why is she on the show? Why do she come and film and continue to sign contracts if it's not giving her anything? That's what I would like to know anyway. On Thursday, Carlos King announced that the Love and Marriage franchise, that all of those shows have been picked up for another season. Love and Marriage Huntsville has been picked up for its 7th season. And that is a big deal, considering there was a lot of people that was counting this show out. But Melody reposted the promo to her IG stories, and she said, "Oh buddy, oh boy, Love and Marriage Huntsville returns for another season. Hashtag thankful." So this is a big deal. It is a big success that Melody Cherie's show, something that she pitched, she got to see grow from a seedling to where it is today on a major network, Oprah Winfrey Network. So I just wanted to put that out there because that is a big deal. A lot of people were sharing it. And who knows, sometimes people have those tiered contracts where you get more money every season, right? So hopefully that is the case for them. A lot of people were asking, is Kiki Jabbar coming back? Okay, that is a big story. Kiki was on a platform the other day where she was, asking or answering questions. Answering questions people were asking. And someone said, "Listen, I heard that this show has been renewed. Are you coming back?" Her response to that was, "If it's God's will, she will be back." She said right now she didn't know, but if God wants her to come back, she'll come back. And if she doesn't come back, she said that will be God's will too. She's going to collect her things, put it in a box, and take that long walk out of the office, it looks like. So y'all can let me know what y'all think about that, child. We will see. There's a way to turn this into a story for sure if she is up to it. Okay, we just have to see if she's up to doing that. I will say that already there's a show on the internet between Marceau and Kiki, Marceau being her cousin-in-law. Yesterday, he had made this post: when God said he gonna make our enemies our footstool, were we supposed to provide a list, or does he have one and we just supposed to put it in order of priority? Well, they say hit dogs holla. Kiki definitely jumped under this post to say, Marceau, you made me your enemy when you tried to block me from coming on the show. Now, I'm not going to post exactly what Kiki said because it kind of went in a circle. I did not understand it, but a lot of you in my live last night said Marceau talks in circles. So he definitely understood what Kiki was saying. And you are right, because he responded to it. Check this out. He ended up saying, Kiki, you kind of got to be on the same battlefield to be considered my enemy. So I don't know if he meant you're just not in my league, period, or you're no longer on the show. So you're not on the battlefield, sis. Then he goes on to say, like most of the quarterbacks in the NFL don't consider me their rival. Weird how that works. He went on to say, he can also use bloggers, meaning he, God, can use bloggers to put money in your pocket via Cash App. Shots fired, okay? And he said, hashtag thanks, brother. Lord have mercy. Anyway, y'all can let me know how y'all feel about that in the comments. I know things continue to come out each and every single day, okay? Let's get back to Stormy and Latrice. The other thing Stormy wanted to set straight is that she did not want to be on Bell Collective. She said, I don't know how that rumor started, but I have lived in Huntsville since 2012. I don't know why anybody would say I was trying to get on Bell Collective. I did not, rehearse for that show or any of those things. I didn't put my 2 cents in for that show. So a lot of people were trying to figure out, well, where did that come from? Well, Stormy, that came from Carlos King himself. He actually did an interview last year with Melody Cherie. She's sitting up here with those Oprah Winfrey readers on. But he did an interview with Melody Cherie where he said, listen, do you think that Stormy Steele used you to get onto the Love and Marriage Huntsville platform? And Melody said she did. She said, when I saw Stormy, I thought that she represented Black excellence. She had her own business, all those things, but she said that she definitely felt duped. Now, that's when Carlos King said, listen, his producers had brought Stormy's information to him saying, Stormy wants to be on the show. She wants to film for Belle. And he said, he looked at it and said, she's not going to be a good fit. Number one. Number two, she lives in Huntsville and the show tapes in Mississippi. So he pointed that all the way out, sis. I don't know. You might want to follow up with Carlos and find out why he sold you up the river like that. But that was crazy, child. Let's see. The other thing that Stormy and Miss Latrice were talking about, they were actually making fun of Marie and Essie, also from Bell Collective. Okay, they were poking fun at their relationship, saying that they go together real bad. Okay, and they were just like taking little inside jokes and punches at the at the relationship between Essie and Marie. Now that has been out there for a long time. It's been rumored that these two were dating. I just didn't expect Stormy and Latrice to be making fun of it, especially since part of this interview was that they didn't feel like their castmates took them seriously. But I know that Marie and Latrice are into it. But she said, I don't feel like they take us seriously. They don't take our wealth seriously, our success seriously, everything that we've done to get where we are seriously. Both of them said, listen, you can Google me and find out everything you need to know, and that information will be there since before the television platform. But it didn't end there, y'all. Stormy said, listen, the reason why she doesn't get treated seriously enough on Love and Marriage Huntsville is because nobody is interested in anything beyond the core six. That is what she said. She said, listen, the audience is always screaming the core six. I guess the cast itself, they're always screaming about the core six. I feel like I'm not getting a fair shake. And to that, I want to say, Miss Stormy Steele, I know you have not forgotten that you came onto the platform very deceitful, okay? You weren't honest about how you knew certain people, right? And the audience is going to see right through that. You came onto the platform with Melody. Then you use Melody's fan base to have these lives and chit chats that you were doing where you were talking about who you were, how you built your brand, which is great. There's nothing wrong with that. But you also shared this story about how you met Melody, how Melody was cool and bought you flowers, all that good stuff. And then when people started finding other stuff, like the fact that you have some sort of relationship with Martell's baby mama. People were flipping out and losing their minds trying to figure out, why wouldn't you tell that story ahead of it coming out? Now, Stormy did try to, put a band-aid on it. She was like, listen, my husband is friends with Martell. Well, we know that Martell is not shy about bringing his friends onto the show. So being that was the case, why didn't you say that also? Like, listen, Martell had talked about bringing Courtney in the show. I didn't want to be, or he didn't want to be on it, blah, 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 blah. You never said those things. And it just made her seem like a liar. But she said the fans keep coming after her and, weaponizing things against her, like calling her ghetto. When she said, I have never lived in the ghetto. I don't know anything about the doggone ghetto. I'm from the country. She said, I'm from Mississippi, born and raised. She also said, listen, I cuss. I do all of those things that people act like they have a low tolerance for. They say that I declass this show. The truth of the matter is I'm a millionaire and you're never going to take that away from me. She also said a lot of people call her ugly. And she said, I've never been told that before in her entire life prior to entering the Love and Marriage Huntsville platform, which is, by the way, really evil to say. But she said nobody's ever said that to her or called her ugly before. So she said, I feel a way about that. But at the end of the day, I'm rich. I am richy rich, and it is what it is. And y'all can take it and shove it. I really felt like she was trying to let people know that. The two of them started cracking up saying, yeah, child, we're rich is what everybody needs to know. So, again, it's just, you're not making friends with the audience here at this point. She also took a jab at Marceau and Tisha, child. She said that Marceau in particular loves to say things like, people can buy you can buy your story. Let's put it that way. Your success story can be bought. That was one of the things he said. But he also liked to tell her ahead of the episodes, hey, Stormy, I'm going to say some things when we get on set, when those cameras start rolling. I don't want you to take it personal. This is our jobs. We need to bring a show to the show. Now, it's very obvious that they've been filming that way. At least it is to me. I feel like it is for a lot of the audience. But Stormy is saying now, I don't like that. I don't like that they like to switch gears once we're in the scene. We don't have to do that. We could just be cool. That's what Stormy's saying. I don't know. It's coming off dry either way. So y'all better figure it out. That's my thoughts. But she did blast Marceau. She said that she sees Marceau often at the club, her and Courtney. And she said that he will be sitting there without Tisha. She don't know where Tisha is. And that he likes to swipe up on his phone a lot. It sounded like she was suggesting that Marceau might be getting pictures from people or phone numbers or putting his phone number into phones. I don't know. Y'all can let me know what y'all think. Either way, she said it's not with Tisha. So there's that. Now that's interesting because we know that the audience like to poke fun at Tisha and Marceau's relationship. But last week when Letitia sat with Letitia from Bell Collective, Letitia from Bell Collective also gave some sobering advice. She said, Tisha, I used to be like you. I used to let Glenn go out the house all times of day and night, do whatever. He was running over me. And she said that was before she had her business and made her own money. And she said once that happened, things changed. She said, Glenn doesn't get to do that to me anymore. And she was definitely giving her advice, but Tisha felt attacked. You could tell she caught the shade right away. She was like, why do you feel like my husband is running over me? Because everybody sees it, girl. It's right there on TV. But I'm telling you right now, Letitia definitely gave it to her. Okay. Now, Latrice did get a chance to talk a little bit, child. She ended up saying that So Gucci, who she thought was a friend, really used her once she got on the platform and tried to make her out to be shady by saying she owes me money from the building that she ended up buying. She was like, I gave her an opportunity to help me find this building. We were looking for it together. And then she just abandoned it. So I went and found one for myself. But she really tried to make it seem like I was just out here doing things willy-nilly without her. And I really do believe that she felt some kind of way about it. And she also had things to say about Marie. She said that she sued her for defamation, or that she is suing her for defamation. Now, if you guys remember, there was an episode last season of Bell Collective between Latrice and her husband, Cliff. We know her husband is a little older, but he's sassy to an extent too. He likes to get back at people. He gets back at Latrice all the time. They have their back and forth. Now Latrice's mother does not like Cliff at all. She can see the things, but Marie came out after there was a scene where Latrice and Cliff get into it at a restaurant. Um, they walk outside and Cliff yanks Latrice by her arm and drags her to the car, and he's cursing at her. He's like, "Don't effing play with me." He said a whole lot of stuff like that. And at some point he calls her the B word. Um, well, everybody who watched was like, "What is going on here? This is crazy." You know what I'm saying? Latrice, however, tried to brush it off a little bit. She said, "Listen, I've called my husband a B word 1,000 times. So if I call him the B word or he calls me the B word this one time, it's no big deal. I'm not leaving my husband for that." But Marie had gotten online, you guys, and she said that that's the real story of Bell Collective, that Latrice is living under Cliff's thumb and that he has been handsy with her. Okay, so she accused Cliff of DV, and Latrice said that's not true, and she basically has her in court right now for a defamation lawsuit. Now that's when Stormy still said, "Well, I almost sued the pants off of Letitia Scott." She said that Tisha Scott took her shipping policy off of her website and put it on her own for Macy and Mila. Now, I told y'all already that those websites are night and day different. Hell, they're from another planet different. Okay. Stormy Steele's website is absolutely phenomenal. Interactive, amazing, full of color. You want to hit every button on that website. Okay. Tisha's website is not the same. You can go over and look at it for yourself. But she said at the end of the day, people started emailing her at Canvas Beauty because Tisha accidentally left that damn email address in there. And she said she was getting dragged and her business took a negative hit. Stormy said, "My business took a negative hit because of something she did." She said when it happened, she called Tisha right away. And she said Tisha was very apologetic, but she had left that information on the website for hours. She said it was several hours before she actually took it down. And by that time, the damage had been done. But she said when they went on set to film, I guess she just thought that Letitia would apologize and give her basically the same thing she gave her over the phone, and she didn't do that. And she said, "Girl, I could have really sued you for that in real life," and that her products and business has nothing to do with Tisha. So womp womp. She said also that Tisha can't bout spell for real. Okay, can't bout spell for real. And in my opinion, that's calling her illiterate. And then they made a real hearty joke at Tisha's expense. She said that Tisha spelled breakfast for real, Fest. And she said, "Girl, everybody is laughing at you. You got to get yourself together." Then they started joking about a school called ICDC. I think it's some sort of inside joke, a college maybe that used to commercials that used to play when they were in Mississippi together, and they slammed the hell out of Tisha. So if Wanda is looking, she might have some words for Miss Stormy still by the time this is all said and done. But it was a good show all the same. I want to know what you guys think, because I'm looking forward to the next mashup. I want to see who comes through. Probably Kimmy, but I want to see who Mel sits with, and I also want to see if the guys get to do a one-on-one too. But y'all let me know what y'all think about all of this in the comment section. Okay, like the video, subscribe to my channel, hit your notification bell, and I will check you all on the next one.